Then we see this periodic table. This periodic table is divided into 4 blocks. First block is called as S block. The second box is called as P block. Third block is called as D block. And fourth block is called as F block. We see the information about these blocks. See in this periodic table. Here is the S block. Means this S block contains first and second group. S block contains first and second group. म्हणजे या S block मध्ये पहिले 2 ग्रुप असणार आहे. Then we see the P block. The P block starts from 13 to 80. Means there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are the 6 groups which are included into the P block. So P block contains 13 to 18 groups. Then next point, that is D block. This D block starts from the third group and ends with the 12 group. Means D block contains 3 to 12 groups. We see in this way the S block contains 1 and 2 group. P block contains 13 to 18 group and D block contains 3 to 12 group. And see the next point, that is F block. The F block contains the lanthanide and actinide series. See in the periodic table, here at the bottom of this periodic table or at the bottom of 7th period, there are the lanthanide series and actin. There are the 2 rows which are situated under the bottom of this periodic table, which is called as lanthanide series and actinide series. Why these are included in one place? These all the elements show the similar properties. So they are included in this group. That is group 3rd and period 6. Then see the S block. The S block elements are called as normal elements. Then P block elements are also called as normal elements. The D block elements are called as transition element. And the F block elements are called as inner transition element. We see in this periodic table this S block from 1 to 2. 1 and 2 means these contain, the S block contains normal element. This P block also contains normal elements. These are the boron, carbon, these are the normal elements. Here S block contains also normal element like lithium, sodium, potassium. Then in the D block contains the transition element. These transition elements contains mostly the metals. These are the transition elements 3 to 12. And see in this F block contains our inner transition element. These inner transition elements are all the metals which are included into the lanthanide series and actinide series. You see, S block contains normal element, P block contains normal element, D block contains transition element, F block contains inner transition element. We observe the S block. In S block, all the elements are metals except hydrogen. बघा S ब्लॉक मधले जे सगळे एलिमेंट आपण बघितले. S ब्लॉक म्हणजे कोणता ब्लॉक असणार आहे? 1 and 2 group. Here 1 and 2. See carefully that except hydrogen म्हणजे हायड्रोजन सोडून जे काही इतर एलिमेंट्स आहेत ते सगळे मेटल्स आहेत. लिथियम, सोडियम, पोटॅशियम, रुबेडियम. These are the metals. Magnesium. You aware about the magnesium, calcium. These are the metals. So S block contains all the metal except hydrogen. Then we see the P block. Carefully observe the P block. In P block, the majority of the elements are non-metals and few are the metals. And also here all the elements. Here also the P block contains metalloids. You know that this silicon, germanium are the metalloids. Means P block contains all the metals, all the non-metals, all the metalloids and few are the metals. म्हणजे बघा या पी ब्लॉक मध्ये आपल्याला असं दिसेल की हे जे सल्फर या ठिकाणी ऑक्सिजन आहे, सल्फर आहे, दीज आर दी नॉन मेटल्स. म्हणजे सगळे नॉन मेटल्स हे पी ब्लॉक मध्ये येतात. शिवाय हे जे काही आपले मेटॅलॉइड्स आहेत, सिलिकॉन, जर्मेनियम, हे सुद्धा पी ब्लॉक मध्ये येणार आहे. अँड सम आर दी मेटल्स. मीन्स हिअर यू नो दॅट दी अल्युमिनियम इज दी मेटल विच आर इन्क्लुडेड इन टू दी पी ब्लॉक. We can understand this P block contains all the non-metals, metalloids and few are the metals. Then see in the F block. F block contains the lanthanide series and actinide series. Here are all the metals. You are aware about this thorium, uranium. These are the all metals which are included into the F block. Then see, in this periodic table, there is a zigzag line. There are three traditional types of element, that is metals, non-metals and metalloids. Here see, there is a zigzag line. In this zigzag line, on this zigzag line there are the metalloids. The metalloids are on the zigzag line. We see in your textbook there is a zigzag line. In your textbook there is an empty periodic table, and in this periodic table there is a zigzag line. On the zigzag line there is a metalloids. The metalloids are situated on the zigzag line. These metalloids are silicon, arsenic, then beryllium. These are the metalloids. And then see on the left side of the zigzag line. This is the zigzag line and here is the left side of the zigzag line. On the left side of the zigzag line there are the metals. All the metals, sodium, magnesium, these are the metals which are situated on the left side of the zigzag line. And see on the right side of the right side of the zigzag line there are the non-metal. These are the non-metal, oxygen, fluorine, neon. These are the non-metals which are situated in the left side, right side of the zigzag line. And we also know that this is the 18 group is called as zero group, and this zero group contains all the inert gases, means noble gases. You know that the helium, neon, argon, these are the inert gases, noble gases which are situated into the 18 group, and this 18 group is called as zero group. These all the elements are stable element. They acquire the stable configuration, so they are included into this zero group. And in this way all the 18 elements are classified in this modern periodic table. And one more point, that is there are some similarities between the neighboring elements. Means see the lithium, beryllium, sodium, magnesium, here calcium, potassium, calcium, scandium. This shows they are near to each other, so they show the similar properties. But the element which are far away from the element shows the different properties. For example, see here is the sodium and here is the sulfur or argon. The properties of sodium and argon will be totally different. Means different properties having the metals which having the different properties are placed into modern periodic table far away from each other. And the similar property metals, means the metals which have similar properties, are situated into the nearest one. In this way, this is the structure of modern periodic table. We can understand this modern structure of modern periodic table. Then we see the homework for this structure of modern periodic table. The different questions are in the exam. That is first question, that is describe the structure of modern periodic table. Then classify the following elements into metals, non-metals and metalloids. Third question, write a short note on the zigzag line in the modern periodic table. Fourth question, define group and periods. And fifth question, write the number of vertical columns, that is groups, and the horizontal rows, that is called as periods, in the long form of the periodic table. This is the questions which are asked in the exam. Thank you.